Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And we're underway from the bank. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player and the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
He can run it. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. 2nd and 8. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. He lets one fly deep downfield. That's grabbed inside the 30. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead right away. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this, but this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air, and the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Justin Tucker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Ty Johnson now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
The biggest mistake he can make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they planned for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Blitz coming here, Allen. Rolling left, buying some time. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Bills first down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Back to the air, Allen. He puts some power on a deep one left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
play, and now it's third down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. They'll go, Allen. They can't connect as the coverage comes through, and the fourth down stands.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And oh, he drops the deep shot. A big play to start the game, but it slips through incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
This is Henry on second. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down, here's Lamar. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain, making this. Johnson.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. Working quickly here. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. From the gun, Jackson. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Tucker's kick is up and good. And they come away with some points on that series.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Here comes the Bills offense for their 2nd drive of the game. And after they were stopped on 4th down their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. This will be caught by Cooper. This is ahead for about 5. It was Marcus Williams in on that stop. First tone of the game for James Cook. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? It did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
He has the first over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens get it back with a nice return to boot down inside the 30.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something-something to the return.
Completed to Flowers. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. They'll come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore! So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens take a 3-possession lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. This would be a good time for their first points of the game as they find themselves down a notable amount already in this opening quarter. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen escapes out to the left. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's a short gain of 1. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. Throwing from the gun. Quick slant to Samuel. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 46. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens will take the interception back across midfield before they finally track him down. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 2nd down. Lamar now from the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it off. And the Bills are stopped on the return just shy of their own 35. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked on the guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 2nd and 10 now. He's got this complete to James Cook. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He completes it in traffic. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Offense in the hurry up here. He finds him beyond the marker. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. First down throw for Allen. Finds him on the crossing route. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Allen on the play action. Gets this to Kincaid. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the...
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens get it back after making their third first-half interception. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception?
He's got it inside the 25. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. First down from the red zone. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens parlay the interception into points. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. The Bills set to take over offensively. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way, and as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
Connects with Cook. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. This one's quickly to Shakir. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Allen gonna throw again. He's throwing deep to the left side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting to completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Amari Cooper. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Again, Allen to the air. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. And the call doesn't work out. Can't make the connection. And a surprising fourth down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Caught by Flowers. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens grow their lead yet again. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. They're coming off a 4th down try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Pass complete to Cook. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. 3rd and just 2 to go. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Complete beyond the marker. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Well, so far, they've got to be pretty happy with how he's been leading their offense. It has been a great start.
And I'd hesitate to say it's only going to get better, especially if they really decide to keep running this offense through that quarterback's arm.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
From the 48. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking Amari Cooper's way there. So it'll be 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He puts some juice on a deep throw, and they pick him off again! Brandon Stevens has it! And the Ravens have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Completed to Flowers. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Throwing deep for the end zone. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
You know, down here in the red zone where there's a touchdown on the line, you really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going and get in position to swat it away. That is well done.
Throwing this back in the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens get more points to end a lopsided first half. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. And that is his third touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so he accomplished before we're done here. Tucker on for... Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens continue piling onto this lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. The Bills getting one more drive here before the break. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. He finds Kincaid. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. It was Marcus Williams in on that stop. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. He'll throw it. And they pick him off again. And the Ravens get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
I don't know how many you could have next to you, Kate, that have been in this spot before, okay? I have thrown 5 interceptions in the game. It happened to be our rivalry game back in college. It was one of the most humbling, horrific experiences of my life. Please, coach, take this player out. We do not need to see another interception added to his ledger.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So we've reached halftime here in Baltimore, dealing with... Strengths, it seems, will bypass halftime and get right back to the action. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. Trying again, following the sack. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
This will be caught by Cooper. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. They're going for this. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. First down, here's Lamar. Finding Flowers. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens push their lead further to start the half. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. A fourth for him in this game, and one more ties the record. That one right down the middle. And the Ravens continue adding on to that lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Offense up to the line fast. He completes it in traffic. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. To the air with Trubisky. It is caught left side. And this one doesn't go far. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Into traffic, complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Offense in the hurry-up here. Cook calls it in. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down. From the red zone now. He finds Johnson. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's Trubisky. Flush down out to his left. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Trubisky now to throw. The back grabs it. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Tyler Bass to kick off.
Bass now to kick this away. Here's Steven Sims with the return. This return makes it up to the 25. Now ball to... And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Caught, nice gain left side. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. He lofts it deep left. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. He was looking for Zay Flowers. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Lamar throwing again. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that's sure.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Bills return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Trubisky to throw. The back's got it. And in, touchdown, Buffalo. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Bass now to kick this away. Sims now on the return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Ravens and Zay Flowers ready for another look on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. And even though they just gave up a touchdown, Brock, it didn't put much of a dent in their sizable advantage. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Throwing again is Lamar. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down. Out of the gun, Henry. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Working quickly here. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. He's got Andrews. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Jackson. He has the 1st over the middle. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens stretch their lead on the final play of the 3rd. From Sid Luckman in 1943 to Drew Brees in 2015. We've had 8 quarterbacks throw 7 touchdowns in one game, and now we have a 9th who's accomplished that feat as his dominance over this defense continues. That one splits the uprights. A very...
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Trubisky. And they're all over him. He goes down. A flag goes down as well, though. Let's wait and see which side this is on. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. They're set up at the 35 now. Trubisky looking to pass. Connects with Cook. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive. Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
He finds Kincaid, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains. All set up now for 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. Oh, trying forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Ravens get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity of looks in that close, particularly as we get through the 2nd half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
On 1st down, Jackson completed to Flowers. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
That's another Baltimore 1st down.
Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going deep. He's got it inside the 10. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. Well, with that score right there, Brock, he has reached one of the pinnacles of playing quarterback here in the NFL. The most touchdown passes in a single game.
And I can promise you, after this game, he's going to do... I remember Peyton and Marvin having a back and forth after breaking a record. Neither of them wanted the ball because they knew it took all of them. And I promise you, after the game at the podium, he'll say the same thing today. It's his name in the record book, but this is an offensive explosion for a day.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Now this offense ready to head back out. Their last series sure was looking like points up until that interception, Brock. Hopefully they can move the ball similarly well as they take over here. No luck finding his receiver that time. So 2nd down coming up. Throwing, Trubisky. Gets this to Kincaid. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Trubisky now. Into traffic, complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It's a gain of 6. And the Bills 1st down.
Again, Allen to the air. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. How How about a big hitter? 30-40 yards there and a new set of downs.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper, shredding the slopes, or dude shredding a defense just like that.
And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while,
Touchdown, Buffalo! Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Bass now to kick this away. Hardy on the return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Ravens throwing 6 more on the blowout. Tucker on for the extra point. And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two given the size of this lead. Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone. First and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Quick slant to Samuel. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Offense in the hurry-up here. Here's Cook. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Allen on 3rd and short. Hits his running back. That's the first down, and he's still going. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down, ball at the 36. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Pass complete to Cook. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now Allen. A quick slant here into the hands of Cooper. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Offense set for a 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Allen. Cook calls it in. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a complete.
And it won't matter in the end, but nevertheless, he's in for the late touchdown. The Bills making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's a James Cook touchdown. Well, Brock, you found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
You know what? Good for them there. This one's pretty out of hand, but hey, they're still putting in the effort, still putting up points before heading home today.
How do you eat an elephant, Kate?
Ooh, I love that one. One bite at a time.
1 2-point conversion at a time. 8 points at a time. When you're down this big, that's all you could do on your side is just keep on digging and keep on eating bite by bite.
Wow, they're gonna pass it here. Taking a shot deep down the... Oh no, they get him yet again! Kyer Elam makes the play!
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They've got first down from the 31. Here's Allen. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10. To the air again, Allen. This will be caught by Cooper. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. Allen going to throw again. Buys time, rolling right. And they bring him down around the 34.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confident...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9. They'll go. Allen. And they get to him and hold him down. What a play. Forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He's trying to go deep again, and they pick him off again. Dorian Williams makes the play. And the Bills are stopped on the return just shy of their own 35. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
The timeout arrives with just 3 seconds remaining in this game, so we've got 1 more snap coming up. All right, 1 more snap to play here. One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So it ends as a win for the Ravens. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it?